Vivo X80 Pro. Best Dual SIM Phones 2022. Another photographic tour de force. Vivo's flagship phones have slowly earned a reputation for excellent camera performance, culminating in last year's X70 Pro Plus being widely named one of, if not the best camera phones on the market. With no X80 Pro Plus, it falls on the X80 Pro to take up the mantle. And indeed, its camera system is strikingly similar to the X70 Pro Plus S, albeit with a few key tweaks, especially to the company's trademark gimbal stabilisation. Factor in faster charging and an upgraded chipset and the X80 Pro is certainly a worthy successor, if not a clear-cut upgrade, and by any measure is an exceptional Android flagship. Design and build. Unusual large camera module. Fantastic frosted glass finish. IP68 rating. From the front, the Vivo X80 Pro looks like any other high-end Android flagship. Its biggest slab, thanks to an enormous 6.78 inches display with a central punch-hole selfie camera and sloping, curved sides to the screen. At 9.1 millimeters, it's not the thinnest phone around, but with the curved edges it still feels surprisingly slender. Similarly at 219G it's not super lightweight, but most phones this size still run a little heavier. Display and audio. Massive 6.78 inches screen. 120Hz LTPO and QHD plus resolution. Stereo speakers. The display is one of the biggest clues that the X80 Pro is really a successor to the X70 Pro Plus, rather than last year's regular X70 Pro. That's because it's jumped up to match the size and resolution of the previous top model, with a display that's honestly hard to beat. Specs and performance. Flagship Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chipset. 12GB RAM and 256GB storage. Smooth performance. Core performance is another area where there's really no room for complaint. The global version of the X80 Pro is powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, the most powerful Snapdragon chip available in phones right now. The slightly faster 8 Plus Gen 1 has only just been announced, and not yet made it into actual handsets. Battery and charging. Excellent nearly 2-day battery life. Fast wired and wireless charging. ADW wired charger supplied. Ready for more good news? The X80 Pro is fantastic when it comes to its battery too. The 4700 mAh cell here is larger than on any of Vivo's flagships last year, and it's paid off. The phone comfortably lasts through a day, and almost stretched to a full second day for me, and for lighter users I suspect it often will. Camera and video. Powerful quad rear camera. Gimbal stabilized 2x portrait lens. Capable selfie shooter. The camera hardware on the X80 Pro is another hint that this is pretty much a follow-up to the X70 Pro Plus, because almost the exact same setup is used again here, albeit slightly rearranged. The heart of the camera is a 50MP main lens, joined by a 48MP ultrawide, 12MP 2x portrait telephoto lens, and 8MP 5x periscope lens. All use pretty much the same sensors, lenses, and apertures as on the older phone. Software and updates. Android 12 with Funtouch OS. Lots of pre-installed bloatware. 3 years of updates promised. If the X80 Pro has a weak spot, it's the software. The phone ships with Android 12 and Funtouch OS, which is far from my favorite Android skin around, and might just be one of the worst. It feels like Xiaomi and Oppo's software did 3 or 4 years ago, with a slew of pre-installed software, strange default settings, and aggressive battery optimization.